What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Shedstead Shred. It is day 50, so I'm going to give you guys an update and let's go over some blood work. Alright guys, so on day 40 it was 299.3 pounds. My waist was at 50 inches and my body fat was at 36%. After day 40 I had a company party with my wife. I did drink alcohol, basically stayed keto until about 2 a.m. and then I had a couple French fries and a couple bites of a burger, mainly just ate the meat. And then on Sunday, I ate healthy, but I did have 2 vodka drinks. So from day 40 to day 50, my weight did fluctuate quite a bit. After day 40, my weight jumped from 299 to 304, to be expected, because I did have some carbs and the alcohol and everything else. And then my weight just kind of fluctuated between 300.5, 298, and everything else. So on day 50, I weighed in at 296.8 pounds, which means over that 10-day period, I still managed to lose 2.5 pounds. But I did manage to lose 2 inches on my waist. So my waist went from 50 inches down to 48, so my body fat dropped to 34%. So, only lost 2.5 pounds over 10 days, but I still consider that a win. But now that we've checked in, guys, let's go ahead and talk about blood work. So, to kind of give you a little bit of a baseline, I did my blood work on October 24th. I think it was day 39 of the 40-day keto challenge. And my previous blood work was on October 25th, 2018. Interesting thing about that, on October 25th, 2018, I was exactly 328 pounds, which is where I was when I started this weight loss challenge. I just happened to gain all the way up to 340 and everything. So I think those numbers are pretty accurate, and I'm sure my numbers were actually worse when I started, considering that I gained so much more weight between October 2018 to August 6th when I started my weight loss journey. Alright guys, so the first thing I wanted to cover was going to be my cholesterol. Everybody says, oh my gosh, cholesterol goes up when you eat saturated fats. You're going to be at risk for stroke and heart attack and heart disease. But the truth of the matter is, that's a bunch of BS. There's countless studies out there that you can read that have proven that saturated fat and cholesterol has nothing to do with heart attack, stroke, or heart disease. I'll put a link to a study that I read that discusses where they did a study on it, and I'm also going to link to Dr. Ken Berry video where he discusses in a lot greater detail about why cholesterol is nothing to worry about. There's 3 things that you need to worry about for your risk for heart disease, stroke, and heart attack. The first one is your triglycerides. And my triglycerides were high at 196. Now they're down to 106. They are in normal range. So I have lowered one of my risk factors for heart attack, stroke, and heart disease. The second one is the amount of inflammation that you have in your body. I had a lot of inflammation. My knees would hurt. It would hurt when I walked. I was on meloxicam due to my inflammation. And there is a test that you can take. I forget what it's called. I do want to look into taking that test so I can get my inflammation down, because that is risk factor number 2 that can cause heart attack, stroke, and heart disease. And the third thing is you take your height, whether it's in inches or centimeters, and then you take your waistline and take that measurement. For example, I'm 6'2", So I'm 74 inches tall. My waistline is 48 inches. You divide 48 inches by 72 and you get a number. My number is 0.6486. If your number is higher than 0.5, you're at risk for heart disease, stroke, and heart attack. So my number is higher, so I am still at risk to have that happen to me. However, when I started this journey, my waist was 56 inches, which means that my number was 0.777. So I have decreased my risk. As far as my cholesterol numbers go, yes, my cholesterol went up. So my cholesterol to HDL ratio stayed at 4.6, which is in the normal range. But my cholesterol went from 246, which was considered high, to 261. My doctor says that's to be expected and not to worry about it. And then my HDL went from 53 to 57. And my LDL went from 154 to 183. Another thing that was high was my glucose. Glucose was at 110.8. So it was just a little bit above the high mark. And now it's at 98.1, so that dropped down. And my A1C was 5.6, so technically I wasn't pre-diabetic, but I was pretty close. That is down to 5.2 after 40 days on keto, so that is another huge win for me as far as blood work goes. So another thing that people look at in blood work is AST and ALT. My ALT stayed the same from 2018 to now, and my AST did go up a little bit, but it's still in the normal range. Went from 25 to 32, but overall my blood work looks a lot better. My triglycerides have gone down. I'm not worried about the cholesterol. It's actually day 50, like I said, so I'm still doing the keto diet. Want to get down to my goal weight of 240 pounds. So that is my blood work results for 40 days on keto. Now that I have a baseline, I do have an appointment set up for day 90 on keto. I just want to do a follow-up and get some more blood work just so I can kind of track and get a better baseline. Also want to do a DEXA scan, which I don't know if I'll be able to do that or not. It'd be nice to be able to do that. But guys, if this is your first time watching my videos, please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell if you haven't already. That way you get notified whenever I list a video. If you have any questions, comments, or anything, please leave them down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And thanks for watching. Remember guys, all you have to do is start. Anybody can do it.